Hello, welcome to episode 180 of the Datapack and Resource Pack tutorials for 1.2.1.4. We're going to be making a carved pumpkin block hat. Let me just show you very quickly what I mean. I have a leather cap. If I put it on, it turns into like a space helmet. Looks like a leather cap in the inventory. And if I throw it on the floor, oh, now I can't pick it up. But if we wear it, it turns into a glass block. This was a request from Skyller, possibly Skyller, who said, can I have a leather cap? And when I wear it, it shows a glass block. I thought, oh, I'll have a go at that. So there might be better ways to do this. This is my attempt. And this is also sort of pretty much how you would make custom hats as well. You would just point to your custom model. We're going to keep it simple. We're just going to make it have a glass block. Okay. Now, there is a data pack. So let's go and look at that because it's only doing one thing. It's literally just doing the command to give me the carved pumpkin. So I'm giving myself a carved pumpkin. The item model is pointing into my resource pack. And I'm also overriding the pumpkin blur by pointing into my resource pack as well with the camera overlay. And then I've just called it leather cap. Okay, so that is all. I mean, we can run that in chat. We don't have to be doing that in a data pack. There we go. I've got another one. Okay. So the more important thing is the resource pack. So let's shrink down. Let's take these off. And let's clear them. And let's go back into creative. Okay. So let's get rid of that. We don't need that. Let's get rid of that. Just some old commands. Okay, so here we are. Here's the resource pack. And inside here, it's going to be a quick one. Got some assets. And inside my namespace. There we go. We see that name there. That is the name of my namespace for the resource pack. There it is there. And there it is again just there. Okay, let's go in there. And in textures, I have a MISC folder. And I have clear.ping. That is 1 pixel, which is transparent. That's it. In fact, if we look at it in GIMP, you'll see it is 1 pixel and it's transparent. That's it. And what we're using that for is the camera overlay. So when we put on the pumpkin, we don't have, that horrible pumpkin blur. We just have that 1 pixel stretched across the entire screen and it's transparent so we can see normally. Okay. Now we need to do the item model and I've called it glass pumpkin. So let's go and have a look at that. We'll have a look at it and then we'll make it together as well in Misode. So in items, well, let's start at the beginning. In my namespace items, I have the glass pumpkin. Okay. Now, we won't look at it. I'm just going to, boom, away it goes. Okay, and let's save that. And now let's reload that resource pack, F3T. Let's give ourselves, well, we just got rid of the item definition file, so it's not going to work. Let's put it on our head. Same again. It's not going to work because it doesn't know which textures to use now. So as we can see here, we need to go into my namespace in my resource pack. Then it will go into items and then it will look for glass pumpkin. Okay. So my namespace, items, items. There's glass pumpkin. We've got it open, but there's nothing in it. So let's pop over to Misode and let's see if we can make this. Right. Misode, where are you? Here we go. So we want all generators and we'll go down to item. Where are you, item? There we go. And it's a resource pack one. So item there. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the default leather cap because it's got a dye on it and I want to copy that color. You'll see why. Let's go presets and do leather helmet. That's a chest plate. Well done, Infernal. Leather helmet. Actually, probably the same dye color. But here we can see we've got all the different trims and the different colors if you've got a different trim. Well, actually, they seem to be all the same. Fair enough. I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to look at the fallback and I'm going to copy that integer for the tint color. And we'll use that shortly. Let's copy that. Copy. Right. Let's clear that and make our own. First thing, I want to check, what do I want? I want to do a select. The property is going to be the display context. So where is it being displayed? First entry, when First person, right hand, head. Okay, when it's on my head, I want to use a model, and the model I'm going to use is Minecraft block glass. Now, here you could point to your own custom model. So if you had used something like Blockbench to make your own model file, here is where you would put the model when it's on your head. And let's do a fallback as well. And we will fall back. So when it's not on your head, we will have a model. And I think I'll just use the standard leather helmet. But here again, you might want to use your own custom item. I just put leather helmet. There we go. Now look at the picture up in the top right there. We can see that it's different. It's got a different color. So I'm going to add a tint. The tint type is going to be a dye. And I'll set that as an integer to that integer that we just copied. Hey, integer that we just copied. There we go. There we are. Now it looks like a normal one because we've copied the same color. Let's copy that. Let's take it back to our glass pumpkin file and put it in there. So now we are giving ourselves a carved pumpkin, which is having this item model. If the model is on our head, we will use Minecraft block glass, or you can put any other model definition in there you want. If you're going to use a custom one, we might do a custom one at some point. Problem is I'm no good at Blockbench, so there's people out there much better than me. And if it's not in your head slot, then we will just have normal dye or a normal leather helmet. Okay. Now this is what I've come up with so far that works. There's probably better ways to do it. So if you do know a better way of doing it, let's reload F3T. Please do tell me because I want to learn as well. And for people who don't know, I would say pop down and check the comments because if someone tells me a much better way, what I will do is I will pin that comment so we can all see it nice and easily because we want to do it the best way. But this is what I came up with after playing around. There we go. Now we have on our head a little glass block. Let's take it off. Let's just go back here. Let's say not glass block. Let's say diamond block. Diamond block. Save that. Go back. F3T to reload the textures. Let's pop it on. Now we've got a diamond block on our head. Okay. That seems to be working. It seems to do what I want. But again, I wonder if there's a better or easier way to do it. I know people do make custom hats using the carved pumpkin. So as I said, if you are going to make a custom hat, this seems to work. There are other things you can do as well. You don't have to do it by display context. You could do it by a model number or the item name. So you could rename the pumpkin to Fancy Cap and it turns into one model. But if you rename it to something like Ugly Hat, it turns into another model. There seems to be quite a few different ways of doing it. For anyone interested, I'll tell you what, I saw a tutorial the other day by someone. I'll find it. Manny Queso. I'll find that and I'll link it in the description because he goes, his is more of a Blockbench tutorial. So he goes into Blockbench and shows you actually how to make the custom item, which is cool because I'm no good at Blockbench. And he uses a different technique. Instead of saying when it's on his head, he actually uses, the item name as the selector. So you might be interested in that. So I'll put it in the description in case you are. Anyway, thanks for Skyller for the request, or Skiller. And that's it for today. I'll see you soon. Let me know if you have any improvements. Bye bye.